Hello, Facebook people. Is everything ready? Okay. Hello, hello. Hello, guys. Welcome back. Oops. Instagram people here and Facebook people and YouTube people. Are you guys all here? Thank you so much joining this class again this week. I'm so happy to see you because we didn't have lesson last week. I miss you so much. So thank you, Jenna, and thank you, Rene, as always. Thank you for lots of comment. And today we are going to talk about time. Yes, that's why I prepared lots of clocks here. So I hope this lesson will be very useful because talking about time, telling time is very important in learning a language. 안녕하세요, Jacob. 안녕하세요, B. Liber, and Yadira, Caesar, Miranda, Ivy. Thank you for your comment. Okay, so before starting our lesson, I have something to tell you. Ta-da! This is free Hangul ebook. And you can find it in the description here or here or here. Somewhere around the description, we put the link. And this is a completely free ebook. Like this. You can learn Korean alphabet. And also, the thing is, if you want to remember the Korean alphabet, you have to practice writing it. That's why we prepare this free worksheet, so please take advantage of it. The reason why I'm always emphasizing this Hangul ebook is that you have to learn the alphabet. And I'm going to write lots of Korean alphabet on the board, so if you want to learn even more Korean with me, please make sure to learn Korean alphabet first. Okay? Okay, so let's talk about today's topic. And Teacher Chim Chim is waiting for you. So if we reach 250 likes today, Teacher Chim Chim will give you a special cultural tips. He will introduce Korean culture today, so please give us lots of like and love and share. So spread the love. Spread this Korean lesson with your friends who are interested in learning Korean. And your family, classmate, anybody. Okay, so let's start our lesson. How to tell time. What time is it there? Can you say the time in your country in the Korean language? Don't worry, it's not difficult at all, and by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to do that. So let's start. By the way, here is 1:03 p.m. in Korean time. Okay, so before starting talking about the time, you need to know some phrases, important phrases, which is, what time is it? What time is it? It is Taran, Spalam, hi, and Aziza, Rene, Zuga as always, and Jacob, Chiki, Taran. This is how to say what time is it? What time is it? 몇 시야? 몇 시야? 몇 시야? 몇 시야? But please remember that this is informal phrase. So you can use it to your friends or your sister and brother, but do not use it to someone older than you unless you are very, very close. This, 몇 시야? 몇 시야? 몇 시야? Oops. 몇 시야? And this is informal. This is very casual. Very casual. Then what if you want to ask someone like your colleagues or someone who are not really close to or someone who you just met, then you can say 따란 몇 시예요? Charlotte. Charlotte Law, thank you. And what time is it? Is 몇 시예요 in Korean. And this is polite. So I would recommend you to use this if possible. Unless you are very, very close friends, use this. Polite. Polite. 몇 시예요? 몇 시예요? Bunny Kim. Hi. 몇 시예요? And what if you want to say that in formal way? Then that is 몇 시입니까? Instagram people too. By the way, we are on Instagram too. So if you have Instagram account, please follow Korean Class 101 on Instagram. 몇 시입니까? 몇 시입니까? This is formal. But in most cases, these phrases should be okay. Even to my professor or someone who is much older than you and I have to be very polite, I will often use this phrase, 몇 시예요? So if these three phrases are so confusing, I would recommend you to use this phrase first and then memorize this next. This is star. Actually, I want to put 5 stars, but we don't have enough space. So star here. 몇 시예요? 몇 시예요? What time is it? And if you want to say what time is it now? Now. In English you say now, right? In Korean too, we just say now, which is 지금. 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 So you can put it here. 지금 몇 시야? 지금 몇 시예요? 지금 몇 시입니까? 지금. So please remember this. 지금 means now in Korean. Okay. Then how can you say the time? How can you say the time in Korean? It's not difficult, so please don't worry. Please don't worry. Ta-da! For example, now is 1:08 here. So in English, you say it's 1:08, right? You just say 1:08, right? Hello, Kyle Welsh. Oh, it's 12:06 a.m. Where are you? And Jacob and Waylon, hello. In Korean, to say this, in Korean, we say native Korean number and plus she. Oops. Seems long, right? And then Sino-Korean number and 분. This is how we say time. This one. How we say time this. So today we are going to... Oh! Draco Tita Diaz, you want the ebook, right? Are you talking about this ebook? Then you can just download it free on the description in the link. So please check it out. It's completely free for KoreanClass101.com members. So you can just sign in up. And signing up is free too. Oh, Jennifer and Kezia. So please take advantage of it. Okay, so great. So this is how you tell the time, this. And you also say it in English, right? So we say time, 시, 분, and then say this part at the end. At the end. So 시 literally means hour. 분 literally means minutes. So hour, blah blah minute, and then it's. The ending particle can be very different because just like we saw before, we have lots of ending particles for informal situation, polite situation, and formal situation. So for example, casual, informal one is 이야. So for example, if it's 1:08, I will say 1시 8분이야. Don't worry about these numbers because we will cover very soon. 1시 8분이야. Or if you want to be polite, you can say 1시 8분이요. 1시 8분이요. You can just say this. Or 1시 8분이에요. This is both are polite. 1시 8분이에요. And if you wanna be formal, if you want to use formal ending particle, then use 입니다. 입니다. So you can say 1시 8분입니다. 1시 8분입니다. 1시 8분이야. 1시 8분이요. 1시 8분이에요. 입니다. So these are the ending particle which is same as this. And today we are going to learn about this part. How to tell the time. 시분. So we already covered native Korean number and Sino-Korean number before, but don't worry if you haven't checked my lesson before because we will review it. Okay, so let's start learning or reviewing native Korean number first. 따란. Okay, so native Korean numbers. I hope anyone remember. Jenzo. Wow, Jenzo, thank you. You are always a great marketer for me. I think Chema just asked, how can you check more lessons? So Jenju just said, oh, you can check the lessons. You can catch up with them all in the playlist section on the YouTube channel. Yes, exactly. If you are on Facebook and YouTube, there are playlists, so check it out. You can find all of my lessons there. Okay, so let's start with native Korean number. 따란, native Korean number. Native Korean number, as the name say, is native, pure Korean words. Pure Korean number. Shezni Lee said, how to buy a book? Sorry, we are not selling the book. We are just giving away this for free. So you can just download it in the description. So you can't buy it, but you can get it for free. Okay, so one in Korean is 하나. Yeah, I wish I can put it here. Okay, I'll try. We are running out of the magnets, so I'll try. Two is 둘. Two. Three. 셋. And four is 넷. And five is 다섯. And I'm running out of magnets. 여섯 is six. 여섯. I'll try. 여섯. And 일곱. 일곱 means 7. 일곱. And 여덟. Can you see this? This seems so complicated, but please don't worry. This is just easy. Just say 여덟, 여덟, 여덟. And 9. 아홉, 아홉, 아홉. And 따란 10. 열, 열. Here I put them all. How about 11? 11. 11. Okay. How can you say 11? 11 is 10 plus 1, right? 10 plus 1. What was 10? 10 was 열. 열. And then what was 1? Was 하나. So 11 is 열하나. 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 That's 11. Then how about 12? 12. 12 is oops. 12 is 10 plus 2, right? So you just say 열 because oops. 열 because 10 is 열 and 2 is 둘. So you just say 열둘. 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 It's easy, right? So you are done with the hour now. You are done. Yay! But there are some exceptions, so we are gonna cover it. So when you say the time, you just say the number plus 시. Number plus 시. Number plus 시. This is how you say time. Number plus 시. 으쌰. Number plus 시. But there are some exceptions. There are some exceptions. For example, you don't say 하나씩. You don't say these are the native Korean number, right? But you don't say 하나씩. Yes, this is the exception. You will just say 한씩, 하나씩, 하나씩. 하나 plus 시 doesn't exist. So if you put 시 here, you have to say 한시. Can you see this? 한시, 한시. Then if someone asks you what time is it, and it's 1 p.m. 1 p.m. is 1 o'clock. Then you can say 한시, 한시예요. 한시, 한시예요. 한시. How about 2? It's 2 o'clock. Then do you say 둘시? 둘시? 부. That's another exception. Another exception. 둘시 부. You say 두시. 둘시 부. 두시. 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 2 o'clock. How about 3 p.m. or like 3 o'clock? It's 3 o'clock. Then 3 is 셋, right? 셋. 셋시 부. I'm so sorry. This is another exception. So you say 셋시. 셋시. Just take out this. Take out this at the bottom. So it's 셋시. 셋시. Yes, looks like there are lots of exceptions, right? And there's another exception. Then again, delete this shoot. This shoot. So it's not 넷시. It's not 넷시. 부. It's not 넷시. You say 넷시. 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 But from now on, your life will become easier because 5 o'clock is 5시. And then 6 o'clock is 6시. 6시. And 7 o'clock is 7시. 7시. And 8 o'clock 8시. And 9 o'clock 9시. 10 o'clock 10시. And again, if it's 11, just like what we saw, it was 10 plus 1, right? So 11시? No, boo. You say 11시 because 하나 plus 시 is always 한시. So you will say 11시. 11시. And if it's 12 o'clock, you say 12시. Boo, you say 12시. So 12 o'clock is 12시. 12시. So we are done with the hour. So let's practice minutes now. It won't be difficult because luckily when you talk about minutes, there's no exception. So if you just, oops, I dropped. If you just learn the Sino-Korean number, then you can say the minutes so easily. So don't worry. If you want to talk about minutes, it's Sino-Korean number plus 분. Then what is Sino-Korean number? Sino-Korean number is opposite to native Korean number. It's not, well, not opposite. It's actually from Chinese character because in Korea, traditionally we are influenced by China a lot, even in the language. So we use Chinese Korean number, which is called Sino-Korean number. So let's start. One is 일. Two is 이. Easy, right? Three is 삼. And four is 사. Five is 오. The pronunciation is easy, right? 오. This is Sino-Korean number. 오. 5 is 오. And number 6 is 육. And number 7 is 따란 칠. And number 8 is 팔. And 9 is 구. 따란. And 10 따란 10. Okay. So then let's practice. How do you say 32 in Sino-Korean number? It's right? And then they're running out of space. Okay. Did you get it? So 32 is 3 multiply 10 plus 2. Right? So you just read this. 3 is 3, right? 3 is 3. 10 is 10. And 2 is 2, right? 32. So 32 in Korean is 32. And just say 분. 32분. Then let's practice one more. How about 마스, great job. Yes, 32. 32. How about how about 48? 48, which is 4 multiply 10. Oh, it's like math class, right? This 48 is same as this, right? Then what is 4 in Korean? It is 4. And then 10 is 10. And then 8 is 8, right? So 48 in Korean is 48, 48, 48, and just say 분. That means 48 minutes. 48 minutes. 48분 means 48 minutes. Okay, great. And now you can read hour and oops, I dropped. Hour and minutes. It's not very difficult. If you think this is difficult, we always upload this video on YouTube and Facebook right after the live. So please review it again. Oh, by the way, thank you for lots of likes. It's time for Chim Chim Teacher. Yay! Thank you. Taran, today's culture tip is May is Family Month. Yay! What is Family Month? Because there are lots of holidays in Korea which is related to family. And then also there are lots of holidays in May, so there are lots of time for family to spend time together. Family Month, for example, it's already past, but May 1st is 근로자의 날. 근로자의 날. 근로자의 날, which is Labor Day, and this is Children's Day, 어린이날. And next, May 8th is Parents' Day. In Korean, it is 어버이날. 어버이날. Actually, we don't go to work or we don't go to school on this day, but we go to school on this day. And there is one more. It's Teacher's Day, 스승의 날. Well, 스승의 날. Teacher is not family, but it's also important day in May. 스승의 날, Teacher's Day, and there's one more, but we go to school on this day. It's not a holiday. Third Monday of May is Coming of Age Day, 성년의 날. So someone who become 20, finally they are adults in Korea. So it's Coming of Age Day, which is called 성년의 날. So this is cultural tip from teacher Chim Chim. Thank you. And again, May this month is Family Month, so I hope you spend great time with your family this month. Okay, thank you, teacher Chim Chim, for the great tip. Okay, so let's go back to our lesson. So now you can read the minutes and time. So let's practice a little bit. Let's practice. How about this? Can you read the time, this? It's 9:30, right? So you can say 9시 30 is 30. 30분. 3 multiply 10, right? 30분. 9시 30분. 9시 30분. 9시 30분이야? 9시 30분이에요. 9시 30분. But this 30분 can be read different way, which is 반. 반 means half, because as you see it's half. half, 30 minutes is exactly half. So you can say 9시 반이야. 9시 반이에요. 9시 반입니다. So you can say that. How about this? How about this? Can you read the time in Korean? This is 53. And let's say this is AM. AM. Then you can say 2시 53. 53. 53분이야. 53분이에요. 53분입니다. How about AM? You can say AM is 오전. Or if you want to just say early morning, 2:53 in the early morning, you can just say 새벽. 새벽 means early morning. If is PM is 오후. So it's AM is 오전, 오후 is PM. 새벽 is early morning, and morning, just morning is 아침. So for example, 10 a.m. is 아침 10시. 아침 10시. So I hope this lesson was useful. How was today's lesson? So what time is it in your country? Can you say that in Korean language now? Please leave a comment in below below or somewhere. So I'll check your comment after this live lesson. So please practice Korean with me and leave lots of comment. Nice. And ta-da! Just another reminder that please don't forget to download this ebook. So see, I always write Korean alphabet on this blackboard. So if you want to learn Korean better with me, practice Korean language, Korean alphabet first. Okay, so next week, are you going to join this class again? Please. Yes, next week we are gonna talk about text slang guide. Text slang guide. So how to text in Korean. So when you type Korean, we actually use lots of text slang. So if you use this text slang on Facebook or YouTube or somewhere else, you look like you are very very fluent in Korean. So let's study Korean slang with me so you can understand native Korean's words better. So it will be May 17th, next Thursday. So thank you so much, guys. I hope this lesson was useful, and if you think this lesson has to be improved, please leave a comment and let me know so I can make a better lesson for you. And thank you so much, and see you next week. Bye bye.